Hey everyone, Reginald Conga here. Today we're going to be playing Enter the Gecko for the PlayStation 1 on my PlayStation 2, because, backwards compatibility. Dr. Milk isn't here because sometimes they just can't get them to record. Like we live in different time zones, you see. So, I figured I'd, do my hand at, try my hand at making a playthrough by myself. Don't worry, he'll still be on the channel. We're gonna record Undertale still and Sonic Adventure. We might not finish Sonic Adventure, I don't know. I don't know if we'll finish Sonic Adventure, but I like, today we're gonna be playing Enter the Gecko, and like I said, and it's actually about this guy who just watches too much TV, so he's always spouting references, and that's basically it. But the levels are based on TV tropes or whatever. It's based on, I'm sorry, something happened in the room. TV themes like this one, you have the horror level, you got the cartoon level, you got the sci-fi level, that sort of stuff. All based on TV kind of. Anyway, I wonder if I should be talking about this cutscene, how it doesn't really pay attention to what was established in the first game story in the instruction manual or whatever, because Gex already was a millionaire or something because his uncle died or something. I don't remember. His father's supposed to be dead, I think, and that's why he just wouldn't stop watching TV, and then he got sucked into it or something in the first game. I've never played the first game. I figure I'd just jump straight into the second one because I've never played the first one. I heard it got hard after a while, but this is by the way, if you didn't like that intro where Gex runs in front of the TV, that is unskippable as far as I know, and so like every time, and that's coupled with the fact that I have to. Because like every time I finish a level, there's like an 80% chance that it'll screw up the sound, and like it'll play the wrong sound effects, or and it's only in the hub world. I don't know why. So whenever I'm in the hub world and it starts making a weird sound, I have to get out of the game and come back, reload or whatever, because of it just, I don't know how to describe it. It just plays the wrong sounds, and sometimes it crashes. Like a tone will get too loud after I finish the level, and it will just get way louder over time, and it'll just crash the game. It's really weird. This level is called Out of Tune. A lot of them are based on puns. Some of them are just jokes, but this one's based on a pun. Like I think there's a bonus level called In Dragnet. Play on the words in drag, and a show called Dragnet. Where that's actually kind of a good topic to talk about, because there was this show called Dragnet I learned about in a college class, where like they would only have you in the a lot of sequences or whatever. They would cut to the character that was talking, and they wouldn't allow it to just stay. So like they'd cut every like 3 seconds for a little while if they got really fast dialogue talking back and forth. And Seinfeld, I guess, make fun, or maybe it was Friends. I can't remember now. There was a clip where I think it was Friends. They made fun of the Dragnet show. So I should probably introduce the collectibles here, because some people get a little confused. Basically, the collectibles, you start off with 30. You collect 30 of them, and they can be any of the 30, however many there are on the level. Sometimes it's kind of hard to get all the collectibles without dying, because your collectibles stay after you die or whatever. But I like the physics there. Lost train of thought. So you get 30 collectibles, and then the collectibles will change, and you have to get 40 more. And both of those situations, you get an extra life from doing it, and then after you get the 40 collectibles and an extra life, like right there, I got the 30 collectibles. I get an extra life. I collect 40 of these spinach cans. I had no idea what they were until recently. I thought they were soda or something, but you get 40 of the spinach cans, and then it'll switch to TNT when you get the extra life for that. And then if you get 50 of those, you get the white remote. I think it's called the reward remote. There's a reward remote, and then there's a hidden remote somewhere in the level that you just have to find. These bugs, they're kind of a shield, but like really you're supposed to collect them. You press the circle button to eat them, but like if you're at full health like I am here, you don't need to eat them. So I'm trying to think of some jokes to tell, because I don't want to just be explaining the whole playthrough the whole time. I actually found out that someone had, like before I couldn't find any playthroughs that were like somewhat popular. I found this old playthrough of this game, and I couldn't find any playthroughs, but then I was looking up on the artwork for the game just so I could get a thumbnail ready, and actually I think it was before I made the thumbnail. I haven't made it yet now that I think about it, but someone had apparently done that with like a Sonic OC. They made, you know, a green hedgehog that looked like Gecko or whatever. And it was weirdly, see right there I took a hit, but the bug didn't, the bug protected me or whatever. I like how it goes outside the boundary of the hard head area. That's sarcasm, I don't actually like that, that's annoying, but so I wanted to show off the purple mushrooms, even because that was the first level I wanted, that was the first mission I wanted to go after, but it's, I couldn't actually do it. So I went after the 2 hunters instead because I couldn't find that last one. I'll show it to you in another part. I think this is like around the time that I had to cut this way down because it took me way longer than I'm willing to admit that it took me to, you know, get the... It's like a collectible over this little post here, and it's really hard to get because when Gecko stops moving, his bounce attack, you know, that double jump or whatever, the bounce attack, it's like, it doesn't count. It does count, but like I'll show it right here. He doesn't jump nearly as high when he's stationary. You have to get a good speed run in, and that always bothered me because it's like it's really hard to do that kind of. Have to get a running start to get this to work, and it took me way longer, especially since I just started playing the game for the first time in a while. So I didn't do any research when I was recording. I haven't finished the playthrough. I'm sure I will, but finish playing the whole thing through. Well, it kind of depends on whether or not I want to do the final boss, because the final boss is really a pain in the butt, but I'll probably do that, and if this playthrough goes anywhere, I mean, so Gecko of course won't shut up like Bubsy from Bubsy 3D or whatever. Kind of like I kind of like hearing him talk, honestly. There's a certain charm to him. It's very subjective, but I see it there, like, knowing what you're talking about. But Bubsy 3D was just annoying or whatever. So, I should probably bring up Bubsy, because one of my friends is kind of a Bubsy fan. He's more a fan of what the games could have been, I guess. Because he likes Bubsy 1, and I kind of do, but only like with save states. Because Bubsy 2 for on Steam, that was actually a good collection because it gave you save states that you could abuse, and it's also it's $5. Like on an as-is basis, I think that's really fine. That's inoffensive, I guess. So I enjoyed it, and I think I live tweeted it, but I didn't complete it, and then I lost the save files I had, the save states or whatever, so I'm not sure if I'll come back to it, because I'd have to, or at least not live tweeting. I'll probably come back to it someday, but Bubsy, see, there was the hidden remote, but Bubsy, on the, I lost my train of thought after that, but I don't remember what I was going to say. I guess I'll talk about the cartoon. The cartoon, I think, was kind of enjoyable in this ironic kind of way. It's kind of bad and it's kind of good at the same time. Well, I say bad, but like in terms of a Bubsy cartoon, I think they did a pretty good job. I mean, like there were 2 games. It turned out better than like the Mario cartoons, at least. Mario cartoons, I actually think especially Mario 3, were kind of boring. Sometimes they'll be like people exaggerate how bad they are. They can have a lot of animation mistakes and they can be kind of weird and stuff. But I think Mario 3 was kind of boring in retrospect. But the cartoon, not the game. The game is a different story. But
we get a 211 in progress.
So Gecko sometimes wears costumes. Anyway,
eat this.
I really don't know what people expected from, like, even in retrospect, what they expect from, like, a Mario movie back in 1991 or whenever it came out. It's like they had Super Mario World, and that's basically it for story. Like, there's not a lot going on in the games. It's just run to the right or whatever. Sometimes you run to the left in Mario 3, but, you know, it was never going to be good, or at least not a good adaptation. It was going to... The best we could hope for was something that was, like, you know, entertaining in its own way, but it had nothing to do with the games. Like, there would be a guy named Mario, and that would be it in terms of faithfulness. Oh, there's the reward remote, because I got all 50 of the TNT crates or whatever. But, usually I don't take this much of a beating against the hunters, but whatever. So, I tried watching a riff track of the Mario movie, which there's one coming out by Illumination or whatever, but it's really boring, the Mario movie. Even I couldn't get through the riff track because I was just so bored, like nothing was happening, and it was confusing too in the way it was shot. It's like doing a riff track of that movie, you'd have to already have watched it, I guess, because I couldn't tell what the heck was going on because the way it was shot without the sound turned all the way up or whatever. It was just some people. I've talked to a couple people about that, and they think that the beginning, you know, isn't that bad, and it's just kind of boring as opposed to, you know, weird like everyone says it is. The reason I'm not talking about the game too much, in case you just found this video by accident, I'm actually worried that, well, there's that, I'll talk about that in a second. I'm actually worried that, like, if I just talk about the game, my 2 subscribers are not going to be interested in it. I'll talk about it every once in a while, but, so that right there a second ago was the, knockback. I don't know why I'm going back. Oh yeah, the collectibles over here. I just went that way so I could get more, a little bit more collectibles just because I'm OCD and I like numbers a certain way, but anyway, oh, I think I actually do this thing where I show off that you can get more, like, I'm at 42 collectibles again, so I get 8 more, it'll be, I'll get an extra life, and I wanted to show that off because I was really close, so I actually jumped, well, I run through here and get more collectibles, but I actually couldn't get that, and then I found this new passageway I didn't know existed in the game until then. I'm just fooling around here, but like, well, actually I'm not really fooling around because I'm low on health, but, you know, I had to get up there somehow, so I used the TV here, the exit, and I jumped on top of it, and I got up there. And, I really sincerely did not know I could get up there until I tried here. I didn't. See, good effort. And, there's a, the purple TVs, the bugs in those give you an extra life, so eat them as soon as you can.
Kill your TV.
Because they'll probably act like a shield and take, and, by the way, the extra lives in this game are really, they're really common, kind of, because of that collectible thing, and also just, yeah, the collectible thing is pretty much it. There's the 2 early levels here in this area. They actually do, see you next life. They actually do give you quite a couple of extra lives. So if you keep failing the level, you can get infinite lives as quickly as you want. Like right there, that was the second, I think, purple TV in the level. There's another one somewhere. I'll show you that off later in the playthrough. But see, 100 TNT crates. I got an extra life for that, for the extra 50 or whatever. That's like 170 collectibles. So yeah, you just need to get 120 collectibles to get that hidden remote. Not hidden, reward remote. I wanted to... I'm not sure the background just didn't load, or if this is actually how it looks when you save the game. Because I haven't really. I usually just click update save because Gex 2, unlike Crash 1, I guess, they actually had a traditional save system like you'd have now. Well, you probably wouldn't have it like this, but you can save pretty much any time you're in the hub world, and the Spyro save file is new because I never played that as a kid, but I actually didn't play this game as a kid either, but I'll talk about that some other time. So, there's something I was gonna bring up. Oh, that's the boss. I don't have enough remotes for that, but I will here shortly. Oh, I wanted to show off that Rez, the bad guy, will actually say something to you depending on. Anyway, I completely lost my train of thought after that. I think I was talking about. I don't remember a thing about what I was saying. I might continue in the next part, but Smell Razor, I think, is the name of this one. Yeah. I'm trying to think.
It beats the Matterhorn. What are you
I think
gonna
I was
do?
talking about the collectibles, something like 120. I don't remember. So, this is the haunted level, the haunted house level, the Boo's haunted house, basically. Big Boo's haunt. I can't remember the name of that trope, but see, the collectibles adapt to the level they're in, and I didn't like that about Gex 3 Deep Cover Gecko, is that they just had a universal collectible that you collected, so like you only had to get 100 of those and you got an extra life for 50, and I'm like, no, I liked it better the other way. Maybe that's because I played this game first. Like, I was making sure that wasn't a secret passageway because I'd never really paid attention. Maybe I did, I don't know, but so the horror level actually returns from the, well, I messed that up, but horror level returns from the first game, Gex 1. It's again, I've never played that game, but I've seen like reviews of it and stuff. So I have to get down there and get up right that table, wherever it is. The camera's kind of bad in this game. It really is. It's like from that era. Oh, I remember now. It was about the traditional save systems, I think. Gex, you know, a lot of them, they, you know, only let you save after a bonus level, like in Crash 1 or whatever. I thought that was dumb. I still think it's dumb. And like Earthbound had this telephone system that didn't make any sense even in universe. They tried to make it make sense in universe, and they just made it even weirder. But I've never really completed Earthbound. I wish I could have, because it looks really weird, like in a good way. But I really sincerely don't think I'll be able to. It's not just the save states. It bothers me that I don't know where to go, and I don't want to look up a playthrough for every single like mission or whatever. Oh, this power up here, like you can get it to register here for some reason, but like if you hold down the X button after you make the tail attack, he'll leave a trail of flames, and the flames are supposed to kill the enemies, but I couldn't get it to work too well. In the original Gex 1, you had this breath power up. There was like fire, lightning, and ice, or fire, ice, and lightning. So I don't know why I said it that way. Forget I said that, but it was kind of cool from what I understand. There were like different abilities or whatever, and here they couldn't figure out how to get that to work, I guess, because it'd be over advantageous or it'd be hard to control or something. But there's an N64 version of this game, same thing with Gex 3, and there's also a Game Boy Color version that they watered down or whatever. I don't know, but never bothered with Gex on the Game Boy Color. I don't think there's even any playthroughs of that. There's like a review I found online, but it was not on YouTube. It was just a written review, and it genuinely looks like, you know, really awful, but So, that kind of reminds me of Smash Brothers, just because there's Sakurai said that he said that he considers Smash for 3DS and Smash for Wii U different games. And I'm like, no, it's not. You can't just claim that. That'd be like calling Sonic 2 Sonic 4 on the Genesis. That doesn't. And I know he worked really hard, but like he. I don't know. It's such a minor thing that I don't think that. Like, I can't imagine him losing sleep over that. Like, oh gosh, these people are calling it a same game, just a port or something. Well, the port of Smash Ultimate Port, you might actually lose sleep over. Like, good gosh, what's wrong with these people? Calling it a port. We added so much content. Now, that I can understand, but like, let's get real here. Smash Ultimate is Smash 5. It really would be like calling Sonic 2 on the Genesis Sonic 4 because of the Game Gear games, and like I don't think you necessarily get that just because you worked really hard on the game for hours more than you should have, and more importantly, I think we shouldn't reward work like that. Honestly, like I get that the game has to make a deadline, but it's kind of unhealthy for the individual, and I don't think we should reward it the way we have with Sakurai. It's kind of he showed up with red eyes in one of the Nintendo Directs, and I'm like, he needs to take a break, and it's a little healthier this cycle. It's been healthier this cycle compared to like I think it was Melee was when he was destructive with helping the development of the game, overseeing it or whatever. It was like I should probably actually talk about Smash Brothers now that I've said all that, you know, talking smack or whatever you want to call it, but Smash Ultimate really is a good game. I was worried it wouldn't be as good because honestly I thought the magic had worn off with Smash 4, like the magic of having all these characters, but it actually hadn't. I just really didn't. I don't know how to describe it. It's like very different. How much enjoyment I've gotten out of Smash Ultimate compared to Smash 4 on the Wii U. I'm mostly dealing with classic mode and just, you know, playing, well, single player because I don't have any friends, but I have some cousins, but I don't even have like extra controllers or anything, so I wouldn't be able to play with them. But I might if I got like the Joy-Cons and I picked the GameCube controller and someone else. But like my cousins that I can have down, they're a little younger than me, but like there's two of them, you know, so like we wouldn't be able to. We'd have to take turns, and it's a little awkward. Plus we did play Dragon Ball FighterZ the other day. Dragon Ball FighterZ is such a good game, but if only I was good at it. I'm a Gotenks main, but Goku 2. I'm not sure who to pick for my second slot because Goku's like the anchor, I guess you could call it. Not that I get competitive, but just that's what it's called. The last person on your team. I just. Oh, I took a hit there. This guy won't die unless you destroy his head after it falls off or whatever. So be careful. I actually, where was I? It was something. Oh, these ghosts get more aggressive later on, like much later. But Gecko's doing the weird thing. But
Hold my tongue, darling.
Well, messed that up. I don't remember what I was talking about now. I think I was talking about Smash. I really don't remember what I was saying about that game. I'm glad I got through this part, but like I'm really not sure what to say. So I went the wrong way. This is actually for a different part. It's a dead end right now, but it'll do something different if you hit a switch somewhere. But I think I did show that off, the suitcase or whatever. What was it called? Bookshelf, the bookcase. Yeah, that's what it's called, bookcase. I couldn't think. I went blank. So I can't remember. I got that thing already, the reward remote. So I'm collecting all the ones I can. Maybe I do. I can't remember, and it's a little hard for me to look at the part right. Oh, never mind. I don't go back and get more. So I either have it or I don't have it. But whatever. See that hitting into a wall, being knocked back, that's really annoying, but oh well. I like on the Simpsons DVD commentaries, though sometimes, like especially season 13, they point out an animation error, like the Holy Bible, the book that Homer made for the scam. It was like read from right to left, like a Japanese manga book. And there was another one where it just said. There was another one where they had a phone that was kind of cordless when it looked. It should have been corded, but it wasn't. It was like a hook to this box that didn't have a cord, and they were like, "Well, we can fix it now." And it's done aired and stuff. I don't know why. It's just so funny the way they said it. Like, let's go back and fix that. You know, not even having the animation frames, not even doing it with animation frames anymore. That was the last season that was done before digital, but they still kind of do it. They started just coloring it digitally because there were no painters anymore that could do that. And then after that, they kind of just went fully digital. But anyway, this part's gone on long enough. See you, everybody.